So we will continue our part 2 of direct and indirect speech. Part 1 link is in the description. So in past tense, how do we convert direct speech to indirect speech? Okay, so we are learning direct speech and indirect speech. Now say, what is direct speech in past tense? Now for example, you look into this example. He said, that's how direct speech in quotes. He said. Okay, let us take simple past tense. What is this? We are learning simple past tense. Okay, now I went. See here, I went is simple past tense because we are using V2. Okay, that's why it is called simple past tense. What is V1? Go. V2 went. So go, went, gone. These are the three forms of this verb. So when you say he said, I went, this is the direct speech of a speaker or anybody speaking directly. Those words we are using exactly here. Now if you would like to use it indirectly in indirect speech, how it gets changed? He said. You have to use, remember, in indirect speech, subordinating conjunction that. It's very important. He said that. Now how this I went gets converted in indirect speech? That's very important. I gets converted to he. Okay, he said that he. What is happening to I? It is a common sense that we are speaking indirectly, so we are using he. He said that he, and went gets converted to V3 along with had. Remember, in indirect speech, simple past tense will take had plus V3. What is it? Had plus V3. So as per this rule, he said that he, bring this had here, okay, bring this had here, so I am writing here itself. He had, what is V3 of go, when, gone? Gone, okay. So finally, he said that he had gone. That is the indirect speech. What is it? Indirect speech. Indirect speech of direct speech. He said I went. This is direct speech. So that is how we follow the rule. It can be any verb from thousands of simple past verbs, V2s. It could be went, or it could be saw, it could be wrote, whatever the V2 you have to follow. He said that he had plus V3. Okay, so that's how you change simple past tense. Now we will look into past continuous tense, how it gets converted to from direct speech to indirect speech. Now past continuous tense, it looks like this. How does it look, past continuous tense? He said, quotes. What are his direct quotes? He said, I was going. I was going. What is this? He said, I was going. He said, I was going. Okay, let me pull out here, this side little bit. He said, I was going. How do we change this into indirect speech? It's very easy. He said that. You have to always use that in indirect speech. Okay, as per the major rule. In some cases you don't use, but don't worry about that. He said that. I becomes he again. He. What happens? See, there is a major change here. You have to remember carefully. Past continuous tense undergoes a major change in indirect speech. He said that he had been. So what is happening? Was gets converted to had been. Was to had been. Remember this always in indirect speech for past continuous tense. He said that he had been. He had been what? He had been going. So you bring the same word here. He said that he had been going. He said that he had been going. That's nothing but indirect speech. He said, I was going. So that's how it gets converted. So remember to change past continuous tense of direct speech to indirect speech. You need to use had been. That's very, very important. Okay, now let us go to past perfect tense. Past perfect tense is not as difficult as past continuous tense. It is very easy, no major changes. So what is direct speech? He said. What is past perfect tense structure? He said, I had gone. This is the V3. He said, I had gone. So how it gets changed into indirect speech? He said that. Okay, this is one change. I becomes a he. Then again, the same thing, no change. Bring as it is here. He said that he had gone. So no change at all here except adding that and he as a part of meaningful sentence construction. So he said that he had gone. He said I had gone is direct speech. He said that he had gone is an indirect speech. So what does that mean? Past perfect tense is equal to past perfect tense in both speeches. Now we will look into past perfect continuous tense. He said what? I had been going. Again, no major change here. He said that he had been going. So it's very simple here. There is no major change. He said I had been going. He said that he had been going. So in past perfect tense, it comes same in indirect speech except that of adding that and he. And in past perfect continuous tense also, it takes the same as indirect speech except that and he. The major change is in past continuous tense. Remember this major change. Past continuous tense of direct speech will take what? Past perfect continuous tense. Okay, and simple past tense of direct speech will take past perfect tense. So that's what about past tense. Now let us look future tense. Let us look into future tense. He said, quotes, I will go. This is the simple future tense structure. He said, direct words, I will go. He said that. See, you have to use always that in indirect speech. That's one change. He said that I will get to. He said that he will. It will be changed to would. He would go. The rest is same. V1. The only change is would. The only change is that. The only change is he. And the major change here, is going to be would in indirect speech. He said that he would go. That's as simple. So in the same way, future continuous tense. He said, I will be going. So same rule will gets converted to would and I to he, and the rest is same. Be going. Same. Don't change anything here. He said that. So what you are doing here? He said, okay, that. He said that he would be going. So what are we changing? We are not changing anything here. Just in future tense, will always goes to would. Okay, so you have to remember these things. So this is what basic direct and indirect speech. At a later stage, we will learn some advanced things in direct and indirect speech. For part 1 of direct and indirect speech, how to change present tense. In this part, we have learned how to change past tense and future tense. For part 1, check the description. You will find one link. Go to part 1 and also watch the total video of 10 minutes in part 1, 9 or 10 minutes, and along with this video. Okay.